Well, hey, bae. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey, and welcome back to yet another quick chat. Okay, today on the quick chat, we're going to be talking about former Real Housewife of Atlanta, Miss Nene Leakes. Okay, TMZ is actually reporting on their site that Nene Leakes says she wanted to drop the hammer on Real Housewives of Atlanta years ago, but the executives blacklisted her, making it extremely difficult to take any legal action. That's really interesting. I would think that if they blacklisted her, years ago, then, maybe she would have taken action, or maybe she's saying, at times that she felt uncomfortable. Maybe they gave her different incentives that made her want to hang around and not want to actually file the lawsuit. Okay. It wasn't until a lot of things came to halt for her, which led to her wanting to file the lawsuit at this particular time. But make no mistakes about it. Miss Nene said she has wanted to do that for some time now. All right. Now, TMZ also goes on to say that they got Nene at LAX Monday, and she says getting constantly silenced by Bravo stopped her from filing her discrimination lawsuit for a long time. Interesting. Getting silenced by Bravo is what stopped her. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I would think that would make Nene be even more vocal and push the agenda of, no, you're going to give me what it is that I want. So, I mean, I don't know. It kind of debunked the theory that I was thinking in the original place, where I was like, oh, well, maybe they were giving her more incentives, which led her to not want to, continue with the lawsuit. But she says they silenced her, preventing her from filing a lawsuit. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Okay, but that's just me. Okay, she goes on to say that she went from working constantly to getting nothing. Fans of the show know Nene was the centerpiece of Real Housewives of Atlanta for years before she left in 2020. And that's really a terrible thing for Nene to have left the show during that time. I think it was 2020, because weren't we still in that whole panorama and everything? Okay, and I feel like we're still on the tail end of it. Okay, girl, so it really ain't go nowhere for real, even if they're not talking about it in the media like they was. Okay, that was just very interesting in the time that we were in, that y'all would just release her from the show as if this woman's not gonna need her coin. All right, I mean, if she was the highest pay, I mean, well, they didn't technically, from what I'm hearing, release her. They kind of demoted her, but she wasn't willing to accept what it is they were trying to offer her, right? But either way, girl, everybody needed that coin for sure. I mean, we definitely need it now, but I mean, at a time when things were so scary, she really needed it then, especially with Greg being in the hospital and stuff. So anyway, girl, let's keep going. All right. This article is saying that she's hoping her lawsuit will help put an end to discrimination against Black women, and thinks getting called out as a Black woman with blonde hair is grossly unacceptable. Okay, so this is what they're saying Nene said. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys hear it directly from Nene's mouth. Okay, go ahead and check out what it is that Nene had to say regarding her lawsuit, okay, with the network. Check this out.
What are your goals for this lawsuit? Like, what does compensation, what does justice look like for you?
The goals are to stop discrimination against Black women. Stop discrimination. That's just the goal. Nobody want to go to work every day as a Black woman with blonde hair and the head of the corporation call you a white woman.
Yeah.
So stop discrimination. That's the goal.
Are you looking for any sort of compensation out of it, or what?
I can't speak on that.
You can't speak on that? Could I ask, why now? Why did you decide now was the right time to do this lawsuit?
I felt like it was the right time a couple of years ago, or a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I was constantly being retaliated against, being blacklisted, not able to work, being silenced. And so, it was difficult to do.
What do you think about, there's some like haters on Twitter saying it's because you didn't get your own show. Like, no. It's nothing to do with that?
That is so small. That is so ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
We're talking about discrimination. We're not talking about a show.
What do you
It has nothing to do with having a temper tantrum and wanting a show. I never wanted my own show. I had many opportunities to have one. If I did, that's not it. It's discrimination. That's just what it is.
Do you think that...
I just gave you a perfect example.
Yeah.
Do you
think
if you wore your hair in the afro and I started telling you about your hair is too ethnic for a white man, that's not good. Yeah.
So you think they blacklisted you?
Shouldn't say to a Black woman, you're you're a white woman because you're wearing your hair blonde as if it belongs to a certain ethnic group, to a certain people. I mean, that's not right either. And it's just more than that. It's discrimination. Yes, I've been blacklisted. When you haven't worked in 3 years, when all of a sudden you're working and sought after, then suddenly you're not working, it's being blacklisted. I haven't caused any problems on any sets. Everybody I've ever worked with, I've had a good working relationship with, except for this group of people.
All right, make no mistakes about it. Miss Nene just gave her thoughts regarding the lawsuit and her experience while working with the network. Now, it looks like TMZ reported also that Nene recently filed in federal court in Atlanta, for those of you guys that do not know, accusing the folks behind the show of ignoring her complaints about years of racist remarks directed her way by her fellow cast member, Miss Kim Zolciak. Now, in the documents, Nene claims Kim, who is not being sued, made racially offensive and stereotypical comments about Nene and Candy over multiple seasons. I mean, she ain't lying. She ain't lying at all. She also claims she complained about Kim's alleged comments to the executives behind Real Housewives of Atlanta, but says Kim wasn't punished and was instead rewarded with her own spinoff. Okay, I can see that. I do believe that Nene probably did go to the executives complaining about Kim, because I feel like Nene, when they asked her who should be fired, she was very vocal about Cynthia being fired from the show because she brought nothing. Nene has always been a very vocal woman, so I'm sure she went to the executives and complained and told them, like, listen, y'all gonna have to do something about her. Okay, and they didn't. Instead, they rewarded Miss Girl. When Miss Girl felt like she couldn't handle the show anymore, she was bigger than the show, they gave her a show of her own, unfortunately. Okay, and now let's keep going. They're also saying that the documents say those behind Real Housewives of Atlanta violated federal employment and anti-discrimination law, okay, and are going after them for damages. Okay, that is what Nene and the team are doing. The timing of the suit is interesting. They say Nene hinted back in November that she would return to the show as long as some changes were made. Okay, so that's a very, very, very interesting, because Miss Kim hasn't been on the show in some time, and this show has been operating as a full-on black franchise. So girl, this is just going to be very, very, very interesting. Okay, now Miss Sheree actually went on to do an interview with ET, and they actually asked her what her thoughts were about Nene and this whole case, and you could tell that Sheree wanted to have nothing to do with it, didn't want to address it, didn't want to speak on it. Like, girl, leave me out of that madness. I have no words for y'all at this time. But she also kind of opened up and just says, listen, girl, I just really hope and pray that everything goes well for Miss Nene. That's all that I can say. I hope everything goes well for her. I wish her the best. I didn't experience what she experienced, but if that's her experience, that's on her. Okay, so that is what Miss Sheree ended up saying.
The network is currently being sued by ex-star Nene Leakes, who alleges a racially insensitive work environment by the network and her co-ex-star Kim Zolciak Bierman.
What do you make of the latest news and Nene Leakes' allegations towards Bravo, Kim Zolciak? What do you make of all of this?
I am staying far away from that. I know you ain't come all the way to the chateau, honey, to talk about them girls.
Have you ever experienced any of that culture that Nene was describing?
I have a great relationship with Bravo. I've not experienced what she's experienced, but I will say that I wish her the best in, all of her endeavors.
All right, so y'all just heard everything that I had to say, everything Nene had to say, and everything Miss Sheree had to say regarding this matter at hand, okay? I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below. Go ahead and hop down in the comments to let me know your thoughts on everything that I just discussed today on the Quick Chat, honey. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.